Hey guys, it's me, Arturo, and I believe that this is the fourth episode of this little project called Thinking Out Loud with Arthur. And well, I'm Arthur, and well, I don't really have an episode prepared for today because I don't know. And well, I do not have an episode prepared this week, but I told you in the first episode, if I do not have like the topic prepared, or I don't have an episode prepared, we can always go with reading some Reddit stories. And honestly, I just can't find, or well, I couldn't find I don't know, like some stories that were more interesting. I mean, I believe that's 3, but I mean, I hope I could have gotten more, but well, it is what it is. So today we'll be reading stories from this subreddit is r/today I fucked up, and well, this one is by user effective web 3818, and it's titled "Today I fucked up by wearing noise cancelling headphones at the wrong time." This is cataloged as a small fuck up. So this says, I work remotely and my apartment complex has been doing construction all week. So today I threw on my noise cancelling headphones to drown it out. They work too well. About an hour later, I noticed flashing lights outside my window, police cars. I take my headphones off and realize the fire alarm has been going off for who knows how long. Everyone's outside, half the building evacuated, and I'm just sitting there coding like an idiot. When I finally ran out, one firefighter said, "Glad you made it, man. We were about to break in." Apparently, they'd already been knocking on doors for 10 minutes. No fire, thankfully, but someone burned popcorn. But now everyone in my building knows me as the guy who almost died coding. TLDR, my noise cancelling headphones work so well I missed a full building evacuation. So I don't know what headphones does this guy have, but they seem like they are really doing their work, so cancel the sound. I mean, I love headphones. It's one of my hobbies. Well, not just headphones, earbuds. I am anything audio related. So I mean, it's gotten to the point that I've got like a full-on stereo system hooked up in my bedroom, and that's not the funny part, the most funny part, or the one I like the most, is that not only it's like a stereo I don't know, from the 80s 90s. It's like a Panasonic. It has like surround sound, but I don't have surround speakers, so it's just with those big things. And the funny part is that I hooked up a car stereo to it, so I can use the Bluetooth to connect to the audio system. I did it like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe. And the way that I did it is with a laptop charger, a 12 volts power supply. And in the stereo, it has these harnesses, and in the one with the power lines, you got to connect black with black, and it's red and yellow with red. And yeah, and as for the noise cancelling, I mean, I love the noise cancelling feature in most headphones or earbuds. I can't go out without something. It can either be this, These ones, these are the Casey Castro. No. Those are the Casey Carroll. Okay, these ones that I'm using right now are the Casey Libra, and I'm using this cable. This is the Casey M2 cable. And if I want to get like a better noise cancelling or something like that, a better sound, I also have these ones. These are the Sound Pits Space Pro. I absolutely love them. Supposedly they have like 55 decibel noise cancelling. I don't think it's that high, but it works like real good, and the music sounds really great. Like I changed from Spotify to Apple Music to enjoy both the lossless audio and Dolby Atmos, because I think the US and Australia got it first, but until like last week or something like that, we got lossless here in Mexico, but I had already switched, and it's whatever. And the high res, it's really good, and these ones also have not only they use like AAC, which is the standard Bluetooth audio codec, they use LDAC. So I mean, I can't really tell the difference, but the difference is there. You don't really notice it, but it's definitely there. So getting back to the story, this guy didn't really fuck up. He was just in his own apartment listening to whatever. He completely missed the evacuation, but I'm glad that the building there burned down or something like that, and he's good, And this one is same as the others from the subreddit r/today I fucked up. This one is by user strict warning 7822, and it's titled "Today I fucked up by telling my gym crush I love you." Okay, so this is cataloged as a small fuck up, and well, let's just hear what this guy has to say. Okay, this happened yesterday, and I might need to transfer gyms. I've been seeing this girl at my gym for months. We've talked a few times. She's funny, down to earth, and way out of my league. Yesterday, I was on the treadmill when she walked past and waved. I tried to wave back, but forgot I was still moving at a sprint. I almost face planted, caught myself, and everyone laughed. Oh man, no. No. Sorry for laughing. That's not really good for me, is it? She came over after and said, "You good?" And I, in a rush of adrenaline and embarrassment, blurted out, "Yeah, I love you." Not joking, not "I like you," not "I'm fine." My dumb brain went straight to full emotional commitment. She blinked, said, "Wow, that escalated fast," and walked off laughing. I had to stay another 30 minutes just to make it seem like I wasn't fleeing the scene. I'm considering moving cities at this point. TLDR, tried to play it cool in front of my gym crush, almost fell on the treadmill, and accidentally confessed my love instead of saying I'm fine. Well, man, that has like 2 or 3 possible outcomes. The first one is like, she also has a crush on this guy, and everything turns out great. And that's a great story for this kid is How I Met Your Mother. Ooh, great series. Well, the other one is like, eventually they both forget it and move on equally. And the third one is that either one of them changes gyms because of they are uncomfortable, and it's always respectable. And Well, for the brain just does this thing when your crush is around. You get all nervous, all in full alert mode, and it is weird, because you usually aren't like that focused on something, and you're not like nervous at all and all of that. And it's incredible how one simple person can change all of that balance that you already have. It is both beautiful and terrifying, if you know what I mean. And well, I just hope that this guy is good. The story ended there, and and the third story of the day is still from the same subreddit, and this is the no, this is the third story. It is also from this subreddit. It's by user Mammoth2492, and yes, today I fucked up by telling my classmate I didn't care he had a crush on me. Oh man, we're off to a bad start with just the title, okay? This is cataloged as a medium fuck up, I think, but technically it should be years ago I fucked up, but I didn't have read it then. I can't remember the exact grade, but it was high school. We had PE class, or at least we were in the gym. And while I was talking with some friends, one of my classmates came up to me very excited. I say this because he had a huge grin on. He said something along the lines of, "Hey OP, Wayne has a crush on you," while the Wayne in question was trying to get him to stop before looking away. I panicked, not expecting or ready for this at all, and just blurted out, "I don't care." I think my friends laughed, but I can't remember. The worst part was the classmate going back to Wayne and saying, Hey Wayne, she said she doesn't care." Oh man. The reason I said it was because I'm on the far end of the aromantic and asexual spectrum. And even if I could feel romantic feelings, it would be more likely be for women or feminine presenting people only anyway. So his or anyone's feelings didn't matter to me. But the reason I would classify that moment as a fuck up is because of how I handled it, or really how my flustered mind and unthinking mouth handled it. It would have been better if I apologized and explained, but I also have a metric fuck ton of anxiety and couldn't get my feet to move. Damn. I wish I had said something a lot kinder. But knowing myself, if I didn't say that, I probably would have said thanks, why, or okay. Or just giving a thumbs up like the brainless dumb as I was in that moment. Recently I'll tell this story to some different friends, and one of them helpfully informed that being told I don't care was proven to be the worst way to be rejected. Not sure if it is, but damn if it is. Okay. Parentheses. It may or may not be the worst way to be rejected, but I'll get on that later. Just wanted to mention it real quick. So, continuing, I'm not 100% sure that Wayne even did have a crush at all. I'm not unconvinced that his friend wasn't just messing with him. I really hope that's the case. Neither option is right, but at least that one is the better of two evils. Wayne, if you see this, I'm sorry about that, man. TLDR, classmate told me that his friend, our other classmate, had a crush on me. I panicked and told them that I didn't care. Oh man. So let's just read the comments, okay? So I'll probably include them on the video. Okay. User Yampo says, and I answered thanks once. Shit happens. Okay, well, getting back to the worst way of being rejected, if if you're like talking to someone and you're like, so hey, I think I got a crush on you, and they just say thanks, it's like, well, now I'm what's supposed to do? Okay, so if you're planning to reject someone, don't use one sentence words, okay? No. No, don't use one word sentences, okay? It's just not good, and I don't know. Personally, I just don't like it, okay? But if the thanks is part of something bigger, it's like thanks, but I mean, I'm not really looking for something right now and all that, and if it's true, that's alright then. If they are just rejecting you for some other reasons, because if they say I'm not looking for something right now, like I'm trying to focus on my studies and all of that, and like 2 weeks later you see him with someone else, true story, true story, okay? So it is like, what one of my strongest beliefs is that in a relationship you have to be like not completely honest, because there are some things that you won't say to your partner, but a relationship is different than confessing to a crush and what they're about to respond and all of that. So I don't know, even a situationship is different. I should probably talk about it some episode, because I know quite a handful. I got like a quite handful. I should probably talk about situationships later on, because I know a handful of stories about situationships, and yeah. So for now, this is the third story. The fourth story is also from this subreddit. I think the episode's gonna be titled r/today I fucked up or something like that, because well, this one has good stories, probably some other occasion I will read like, am I the asshole, or I drew off my chest, ask Reddit. But it is kind of hard, because with all of this AI story thing, it is really hard to find like real human good content, okay? So for example, well, the AI makes mistakes, and a lot of them. So in one story that you may see around TikTok, Instagram, or whatever, you may see like my wife and I had an argument, and she left, and then at some time the story refers to the wife as he, and so the AI makes mistakes, and quite important mistakes, because if I'm writing something, I'm not gonna like change the gender of someone for like just because I forgot, okay? And well, this one is by user park number 2501, categorized as a small fuck up, and it says, I work in retail and I have a small crush on a coworker. For multiple reasons, I don't plan on making any moves, and I know it will eventually pass. Trust me, it will pass, but it will take a really long time. Okay, so whenever we're walking together, I always find myself stealing glances at him. Nothing too obvious, or so I thought. Okay, I know it's cringe-worthy, but I can't help it. Only thing is, today, near the end of my shift, I sat down in the break room because I was feeling too anxious to work. A friend of mine and my crush were both on their breaks. I had talked to my friend about university stuff until her break was over, and once she left, I started scrolling on TikTok. My crush and I didn't make eye contact or talk for a while after that. Eventually, he said, "I wish I can do that." I asked what. He said, "Just sit here and do nothing." I asked, "Why not?" He said, "Because you're always watching me." Damn, that's kind of creepy, dude. Okay, okay. I couldn't even think of a response for a few seconds because of how shocked I was. I denied it, said that even if he did, I wouldn't say anything. To which he didn't even respond. My shift finished at the same time as his break, and until we left, we talked a bit about various topics, but with a lot of awkwardness in the air. To make it worse, I was staring, and I'm pretty sure my face was a bit flushed too. For obvious reasons, I won't, but part of me wants to quit work and never show my face in there again because of how embarrassed I was. Was I really being that obvious? Yes, you were. Okay. Okay. TLDR, today I fucked up by accidentally making my stolen glances at my crush a little too obvious. And he knows I like him. So, okay. This one is kinda tough, okay? Because, while having a crush is completely normal and like glancing at them is still, you gotta be more discreet, you know. And if you're not talking with them, and just don't stare at them for too long or too repeatedly, you know. Just be more discreet and eventually just ask them out. And if they find you at least somewhat interesting and they don't have any problem with it, you'll get a date. Okay, so no, don't push it further than you pushed, okay? If you're planning to ask your crush out, like, don't do it too rashly, too rapidly, but don't do it that slow, okay? Don't stall yourself, don't stall your plans, because when you do that, it's most likely that if the other person had some interest in you, they might lose it if you wait for too long. And honestly, I don't recommend it. It's kind of bad. So getting back to this, if you're talking to your crush and all of that, try to not show them like "I love you" eyes, because you know those are like way too obvious for some. But mostly the people that, well, the crushes are like kind of oblivious to it, but everyone else just knows that like you are crazy over that person. So yeah, just watch how you look at people. Okay, so let's continue on to the fifth story. So this one is quite long, but yeah, it is called "Today I Fucked Up by Accidentally Traumatizing." This one is called "Today I Fucked Up by Accidentally Traumatizing a Child and ruining the trust she had in her mother." This is by user SEM, and it's cataloged as a medium fuck up. Not today, but a few months ago. I work a student job in a more high-end shoe store, the kind where you're not allowed to pull shoes from a shelf. You have to wait to be served by a salesperson, get a cup of coffee, we have to put the shoes on the client's feet while kneeling, etc. We were trained on every single brand, so if a client had a question, we could even tell you the name of the cow whose leather you're wearing. Damn, it's that. Yes, there is a brand that lets you track this. Okay. I was selling children's shoes. These were expensive, considering that they're meant for kids, but still in a more affordable price range. so I serve a more diverse customer base. The owner told us to educate parents and kids as much as possible in terms of food health and proper feed, and to answer every question they might have. So much for the context. I think it's an appropriate amount of context right here. This incident happened with my first client that I was allowed to serve on my own without any supervision. So the moment they looked away, you just, oh, I got it. Well, okay. A mother and her 8-year-old daughter came in. I asked if they were buying for a special occasion and if they already had an idea of what they were thinking of. The mother said that they want an everyday sneaker but can't contain any leather. Okay, that's easy enough for my first client, I think to myself. I asked the kid some more questions like her favorite color and go get the first 3 pairs to try them. After the 4th pair of shoes, I wanted to know them a little better, and I asked why they didn't want any leather. Could be a style choice, an allergy, or whatever. Okay? It's none of those reasons. The girl is actually vegan and doesn't want any animal remains on her shoes. Damn. At this point, I knew that I had fucked up and should have just quietly gotten some new pairs to try. The mother was frantically shaking her head at me behind her daughter's back, but the kid asked why the shoes weren't vegan. I had rehearsed some explanations and some sort of muscle memory or whatever kicked in. I broke out in a very detailed description about how the glue for most shoes is made, for your information, is made out of horses and or bunnies. Bunnies? Damn, okay. So, I knew about gelatin that is made from like cows and horses, like bones. Okay, I knew about the granazine, but glue, I genuinely had no idea. Okay, so the kid's eyes grew big. She started tearing up and quietly said, "I was trampling on the bunnies." At this point, I finally shut my mouth, but the damage is done. The child is having a full-blown existential crisis while her mother tries to console her. It took a while to convince the girl to even touch the floor with her feet again because all the people with bunny glue walked over it. The mother later apologized to me about the chaos and said that she didn't want her daughter to know about the glue because fully vegan and cruelty-free shoes are out of the price range. She just wanted to avoid leather to please her child without spending a fortune. I still was placed on probation and back under supervision because I failed to properly communicate. TLDR, I lecture a child about how shoe glue is made from animals. Turns out the child was vegan and the mother didn't want her to know how much shoe production so she could save money. So, damn, that's bad, you know. You can't just be telling the kids like, "Oh, did you know that glue is made from bunnies?" Because yeah, that's obviously gonna traumatize them. Like, what did you expect? But I know that was your first unsupervised work, and you know, the nerve just got to you. I tried to read another story because after like 2 of messing things up with a crush, you know, I thought that it was time to change like the topic a little bit. So I don't know how is this any better, but it is different, you know. So okay, so one of the comments says, cruelty-free shoes were way out of her price range. So she went to a high-end shoe store? What? Okay, so, okay. This one, I kind of get it. You know, even if it's a high-end store, they still got like an affordable price range for someone else, you know, like the cheaper luxury brands, you know, and they are more affordable, and sometimes the cheaper shoes are like more comfortable with that than the high-end ones. I mean, it's pretty rare, but I know that it happens. Yeah, and well, that's kind of bad. But is this one says, did you sell many shoes with not vegan glue? Apparently, animal glue is quite rare these days because the synthetic alternative is cheaper. Even if it's not certified vegan, it's still in a lot of cases. Okay, so okay, so no, this says that the store focus on quality and expensive prices, and cheaper glues are vegan but don't hold up enough to be sold at a higher price tag. And you know, it's fine. Now let's read this one. I was reading comments and I saw it like on the sidebar that Reddit has, and you know, the title just caught my eye. This is titled, "Today I fucked up. I beat my daughter in my sleep." What? This is by user KPTA 1986. Okay, so I had a dream that someone pierced my 1-year-old daughter's ears without my permission, and I attacked them. Oh no, and I was biting them. I woke up to her scream and I immediately knew about what happened. Man, no! I feel awful. I cried and cried and cried. It looked pretty bad, but it looks fine now. Just a red circle on her stomach. Dude, how did you bite? Oh, on the stomach. Damn. Okay, so I have been extremely exhausted and she's just getting over a bad stomach bug. Damn. And I'm taking care of her by myself while my husband is out of town working. Okay. I always put her in the crib to sleep, but last night she kept waking up crying, so I ended up putting her in the bed with me. I just feel like obviously I need therapy because what? Okay. I was scared to even take her to daycare because of this. I ended up just telling them another toddler bit her. Okay, that's believable, you know, like toddlers can sometimes be violent with each other. I've seen it in my own eyes, okay? And TLDR, I think I just wanted to vent and see if anyone else has experienced this. I don't think that someone has experienced this per se. It's like a very niche and a specific situation, but well, I'm sure that someone has already gone through that, but it's like not that common, you know, for it to happen, and for another person to see it on the Reddit. Like, I'm glad she didn't realize it was me because we were both asleep, and I am just horrified with myself. Okay, yeah, that the baby didn't realize it was a mother who beat her. It's like really good, because even though they're like little and all and all of that, okay, no, even though they're little, they can still recognize people. They can still get traumatized. So I think if the baby knew exactly what was happening, that she would. I think it's. Oh yeah. So if the baby knew exactly what was happening, if she was like fully conscious, I think that she would have been scared of her mother for a little while, you know. But I mean, it was just a bite, no deep marks, so it's all good, okay. So this comment says, I did this to my husband years ago. I was sleeping with my head on his chest and having a nightmare that I was being kidnapped, so I fought back. I ended up biting his pectoral muscle. His scream woke us both up. I don't think this is abnormal, at least I hope not. We've been together for 21 years and he's been bite free for the last 15 or so. Okay, I'm sure this isn't much help, but you're not alone. Okay, okay. And no. Okay, so this other comment says, I was sleeping with my hands cupping my husband's balls because it's comforting. Okay. Accidentally squeezed hard while sleeping was not fun for anyone. No, I don't think it was. No, no. They are like stressful, aren't they? Except in this case, you transfer the stress and magnify it. No, no. Wish I thought to transfer my pain to my husband during my labor this way. Okay, so, damn. Okay, so I would say that this is cruel, but no, it isn't. It isn't at all, because the mother is the one that has to bear all the pain, and the husband is just there. And I know, well, I do not know for a fact, but I've heard that there are like strings attached, and while the woman is in labor, she just like pulls the string, and I don't know. I didn't finish like reading that because so this one is about. Okay, this comment. My mom once thought I was a cat and gently kicked me off the bed. No. Once again, my mom once thought I was a cat and gently kicked me off the bed. Oh no. Sorry about that thing. It's really hard for me to look in when I'm like laughing, and while talking to some friends, and I'm like, oh yeah, just let me send you a voice note about what happened, and then I remember something, or if I'm nervous because the person I'm talking to, whatever, okay, I just start laughing, and like I can stop for like a full-blown minute, and it's bad. So okay, so about some weird things that you do in your sleep. This one was like 10 or 13 years ago. So I was sleeping in my bed, and I was dreaming that I was like doing free fall. No, not free fall. I was like parachuting, and I mean, it was like a really vivid dream, and I felt the air like, coming to me, and it was like one of the most exciting dreams that I had ever had. And well, to make this story short, I woke up in the floor. So one moment I was jumping off the plane, feeling the gust of air and all of that. Next moment, I was lying down on the floor. So I fell off the bed, and that's what I felt. That's what I felt in the dream. And well, I'm kind of running out of time right now, but I guess I'll see your comments. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and feel free to check out the Instagram if you're watching this on YouTube. Check out the Spotify if you're watching this on Spotify or listening this in Spotify, and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay, so in Spotify I upload like the video podcast, and well, YouTube is YouTube, so the video, okay. So in either of those platforms you can watch the podcast also. Well, I have this question, and it's really bothering me. So I know that both USA and England have different pronunciations of certain things, and I've heard people say like either and either, and neither and neither, and I just don't know which one is like correct. Well, I know that both are correct because they're accents, not like rules. Well, they are, but and I'm just confused, because I pronounce some things like the British pronunciation, some things like the American pronunciation, just what feels like more comfy for me. And well, yeah, I'm running out of time, and I'm just here ranting. So I guess I'll see you guys next episode.